Easter is an approximation of the spring equinox. Easter celebrates the crossing of the celestial equator by the sun. Easter is a roving date, meaning it's the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. Therefore, it cannot be the date of the death of any historical person. The crucifixion or the crossing was and still is determined by the full moon of Easter. The crucifixion, which comes from the crux, meaning cross, is the crossification or intersection of the ecliptic and equator. In other words, it is the heavenly cross created by the ecliptic, meaning the sun's path, which is crossing the celestial equator on the spring equinox. The celestial equator is a projection of Earth's equator into space. That's how that's done. At the time of the spring equinox, the constellation of Aries, the ram, is temporarily hidden or obliterated. Okay, like meaning symbolically it is slain, it is killed when the sun passed over, meaning the sun has crossed the equator. This crossing is the crucifixion. The sun is crucified or crossed at the intersecting lines of the ecliptic and equator as the moment of his descent into the lower hemisphere, the hemisphere of darkness and death. And so it's again at that moment his resurrection into the hemisphere of light and life, while the period of transition is about 3 days. So the crucifixion, the slaying of the Lamb of God, is the constellation of Aries, the ram.